All right, Monday, let's warm up. All right, let's do some jacks. Nice big arm swings and, ooh, I messed up my camera. There we go. All right, big arm swings. Get loose, get those joints loose, and get ready. Kick it into high gear for this week. All right, it's our last week of this phase, and then I'll be off next week. I think that's next week. I have to look at the calendar again. I think next week is 4th of July. So that's what we're doing there. And I see L's. And then we'll add a week in there when we come back in to make up for all the days I missed there. But right now, let's just concentrate on Monday. Could be Monday, kind of like Friday, Monday, because it's Monday. It's the greatest day of the week. Let's take advantage of it. And let's do some bum kickers. Bring your heel right up. And make a big W or a big upside down M. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Get that nice stretch. Stretch out those pecs. All right. Open it up. Turn it on. Nice deep breathing. There we go. Back and forth. All right. And a couple more. And let's just plant our feet. And then 1.5 shoulder width apart. And then easy twist side to side. Just coming down as far as you're comfortable. Get that easy twist in there. Hinge those hips back. So we feel that on the inner thigh. Side to side. Let's do 2 more. And then let's take it on over to your right side. We'll just ease it over there. Ease it on over. Feel a nice stretch. Hold it there. All right, and then let's take it over to the other side. Kick it over. Ease it in. Hold it there. All right, and then come on up and let's step it back. Hands up. Big I. Ooh, I am so ready to work out. Reach it high. Plant your rear foot. Get a nice stretch in your heel. And then reach a little higher if you can. Just a wee bit. Wee bit more. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Step it back. Plant that rear foot. And reach. There we go, holding it there. And then, let's reach a little bit more. See if we can get just a little bit more now that we're getting elongated. All right, now let's sink down into it, make a big Y. Stretch out your hip flexors a little bit. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. All right, and then come on up. We'll go back on the other side. Same thing. Step it back, ease it down. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. Holding it there. All right, and then let's come on up. Let's stay up nice and high. Palms up, and we're just going to twist. Draw your core in and twist off to the side. And then we'll come forward and go back on the other side. Palms up. Step it back and twist. Twist or twist. And then let's come on up and grab a foot, and we'll stretch out our quads a little bit. Gentle pull. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Nice and easy. Ooh, getting ready for Monday. All right, and from right here, let's get those hips a little bit too. Bring that leg up and out. And if you can, it's a big if for me, see if we can not put our foot down, whoa, as we do that. So still thinking about keeping that core active as we drive the knee up and around. Gonna do a couple more. And here's one more. All right, and let's do the same thing on the other side. So up nice and tall, coming out and in. There we go. Just as I was about to say, may have one side that's better than the other, and I don't. Mine are equally wobbly, but that's okay. We're just getting it fired up here. Getting ready to go on Monday. Up and out. Get those hips loose. So we're ready to move. Let's do one more. All right, awesome. And let's do a little bit of a walk with the twist. And if you got a little room, go ahead. Take a little step here and there. But drawing the core in, get a nice easy stretch. Stretching those hammies. Don't force it. Side to side. Get the little twist in there. And let's do 2 more. All right, and there we go. Let's get ready to work our core. We're going to be on our feet. I believe we're on our feet. I did change something. Let me double check that that's correct. No, we're not. We're going to be on our feet for most of our core. We're going to start off on our feet, and then we're going to drop down on the floor. But we're going to do a press, pal-off press with our bands. We're going to walk out and then press at about a 90 degree from that band. So we're going to plant your feet. Get that core, think about the ice cold water. We're going to draw that in. And as you press out, just resist that twist. Resist the twist. Don't give in to it. All righty. So let's do it. Let's just walk it on out. Get your feet nice and solid. Draw that core in. And then let's do it. We press and ease it back in. If you need a little bit more resistance, if you don't feel like you're being challenged, yeah, there you go. Just walk out a bit more. Good. Press straight out. Trying to keep the hands right off your sternum. And then enough tension that you've got that challenge. So when your arms get way out here, that lever is trying to pull you back. Oh, yeah. Keep on pressing. Awesome. We're going to go 45 seconds on each side. Also get a nice warm-up, isometric warm-up there in the upper body. Hitting the shoulders. Hitting those pecs. Going to do a couple more. And this is the last one right here, and then we're going to switch sides. No big whoop. Let's do it. Let's switch sides. And walk it out on that other side now. Walk it out. Plant your feet. Draw your core in. And let's do it. Press it straight out. Bring it back in. And play with that tension. If you need a little bit more, just walk it out a bit more. So we really feel that even just a couple of inches sometimes makes a big, or even half an inch, makes a big difference for when you press all the way out. And all of a sudden you feel those muscles in the side. Whatever side is closest to your attachment, that's where you're going to feel this one. So these are your hit in the obliques. And we're using those obliques right now to protect the spine, to keep it from twisting. When we don't want to twist, we want to make sure they're strong and can protect your spine for those times when we need to resist twisting. Slipping on ice or wet leaves, banana peels, that kind of stuff. All right, and let's switch. And now let's do a band twist. Now we're going to use those obliques to actually do our twisting. So facing straight on to your attachment, we're just going to twist it out side to side. So get those shoulder blades down and back. So relax those shoulders, and let's do it. Exhale as you twist off to the side. Inhale back to center, and then exhale off to your other side, side to side. Let your feet pivot around. So as long as we keep the hands right off the sternum, you're really going to feel those core muscles working to twist you. Let the arms are holding the bands. We're going to definitely feel this in the shoulders. Going to feel it in our pecs. But let the core muscles do the work that draws you around each side, side to side. And I'm going to do one more to the other side. Then we're going to drop down onto the floor. All right, let's do it. Let's drop down. We're going to do a little floor cobra to work the muscles of the backside. So we're going to lie down, face down, and work our back muscles. All right, so get yourself into position here. Arms are going to be down here at your sides. When we lift, we're going to flex the glutes to lift, and then externally rotate your shoulders so your thumbs are pointed up at the ceiling. So let's do it. So jump in that cold water, get your core drawn in, flex your glutes, lift, and ease back down. If you'd like to, you can also lift your feet off the floor. So flex your glutes, lift and hold. Then we ease it back down, reset, flex those glutes. Lift, externally rotating so your thumbs are up at the ceiling. Ease it right back down again, and then reset, flex your, inhale, get your core set, and then flex those glutes and lift. Ease it back down, reset, core engage, flex your glutes, lift. Ease it back down, looking straight down, or maybe just a few inches in front of your chin. Flex your glutes and lift. Coming back down. Then we can do two more. Let's flex your glutes, lift. And down. And let's do one more. Get the core engaged, flex your glutes, lift it up here, Thumbs right up at the ceiling. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. All right, and then ease it down. And let's get ready to balance. So long as we're here, let's just take that yoga mat, roll it up, and get set. We're going to start off with a little easy single leg balance, but doing some little shoulder therapy. That'll also give us a bit of a balance challenge. So we just need a light dumbbell, light reading, possibly a novella. Could be a map of Rhode Island, something like that, something small. Doesn't need to be much. Just a little something, something is all we need in there. So we're going to get your knee lined up with your second and third toe, coming up nice and tall. Whoa! Already challenged here. And your weight right here at your hip. And then we're just going to externally rotate, bring it up, and ease it right back down. There we go. I had my knee locked. Don't lock your knee. Don't be like what I was doing. Keep a little bend in that knee. Protect your little grape. I'm just going to come up and out. Open her up. And then close her down. Awesome. Easy peasy. PlayStation thing, it looks like. Nice. We've had all sorts of interesting things to hold. That's a new one, I think. Got to mark that off. It's like bingo. What did you use to balance? Let's switch sides. Get your knee lined up with your second and third toe. And whoa, protect your little grape. And let's do it. Open her up. And close her down. Nice. So as we do this, obviously we're standing on our yoga mats the whole time, feeling that wobble down there. And because we just keep standing on these unstable surfaces, and that's what really challenges that nervous system to continue to keep us upright. Those muscles firing side to side to side to side, strengthening our balance abilities. All right, let's switch, and we're going to come into a windmill. Let's just still use a single dumbbell just for fun. Let's keep the dumbbell in your left hand. Ooh, come on up. And let's go into a windmill now. Left hand down to your right foot. Drive it back up. And let's do that same side again. Left hand coming down, and then press through that heel, through the ball of the foot. Nice. And let's go down on the other side now. So that weight's behind us now. See what that feels like. It's going to feel funky. Drive it back up. Awesome. That's wacky, isn't it? Let's do one more of those because, boy, that's a challenge. Whoop. If you got to tap your foot, tap your foot. It's okay. Bring it up. Ooh, let's set it down and let's refocus this thing. That was unsettling. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Challenge that other side. Get your knee lined up with your second and third toe. Arms out. You got it. Now we're going to take that right hand down to your left foot. Bringing it down. Press through the floor. Up nice and tall. Awesome. Let's bring it down again. Down, 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 and then drive up. Good. Let's do the other side now. Now that we've got our confidence in there, ease it down. Press nice and strong all the way up. Awesome. Let's do one more like that. Come down, come down, come down. Drive through and up. Woo! Awesome. All right. Quick change. We're going to, slow change really, because I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a Romanian deadlift now with that dumbbell. So we're going to have the dumbbell back. Let's tell you what, let's do this. We're going to stand on our right leg. Let's have the dumbbell in your left hand. And we will do a single leg Romanian deadlift. But that's not all. We're going to put some special sauce on it. So here we go. Let's do it. Let's ease it on down. Feel that stretch in the hamstring. Flex your glute and hamstring. Pull it up. And let's curl and press. And let's do some external rotation. Drive it around. Keep that core engaged. Pull yourself back together again. Woo! And then let's go down for another one. Ease it down. Feel a nice stretch. Drive it back up. And up and up and up. And let's go some internal rotation, which, that's a hard one, isn't it? Bring it back around again. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough customer. All right, let's go to another straight leg deadlift. Coming down, and then drive, flex the glute and hamstring up. Let's curl and press, and we're going to open it up again. Whoops, and then come back to center. Whew, and shake it out a little bit, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I need a breather after that one. I need to actually get a sip of water. I have a frog in my throat. Okay, there we go. And let's do the same thing on the other side now, on the left leg now. Knee lined up, second and third toe. All right, let's do it. Let's ease it down. Feel a nice stretch in the hamstring. Flex, bring yourself back up. Let's curl, let's press, and then let's open it up, just like we did the other side. Open it up, and then bring it back around. All right, let's bring the weight down, and let's reach down. Now we're gonna do the tricky one. Flex the hamstring and glute, drive up. Let's curl. Let's press. I'm already having difficulty with this one. Let's bring it around to the inside. Woo, that's a hard one. And back around. Oh, yeah, I'll make it look easy. Okay. It's hard for me. Let's go down to the other side. Let's go back down. Another deadlift. Flex that hamstring and glute. Drive yourself up. Let's curl. Let's press. And we'll open it up again. And bring it back to center. Awesome. All righty. And 1 minute of rest, real quick, as more of a changeover as we get ready to start working our resistance. So we are going to do some surfer squats, either with bands, dumbbells, whatever you want. I was going to grab a band here. And then we will do an explosive power step up. So it'll be 5 surfer squats on per side. We'll do that, drive it up nice and strong, and then we'll use that step to launch up. Now, if you don't have a step, no big thing. All we have to do is just off the floor or just drive up kind of onto your toe. You could do it like that as well. Beautiful. Yes, that's the one. So grab your bands, and let's get ourselves into position with the band right underneath the arch of your foot, and make sure you've got a good anchor, so stand right on top of it so it doesn't slip out on you. All right, let's get ourselves down in position. Grab on. So we're going to do 5 surfer squats. So we get ourselves down, chest up, hold on, and then we're going to explode up, ease it back down, reset, brace, drive through the floor, come on down, reset, brace, press, and down. That's good. Explode up. Go. Yes. Bring it back down. I think that's 3. I'm not sure. Let's go. Drive it up. 4. And let's do 1 more. Chest up and drive it up. All right. And then down. And then 10 times coming up. If you don't have a step, you can just kind of do this business right here. Or just get yourself a little bit of an air. Get some air. Driving up that away. 10 times. Exploding up. And then as soon as we're done with that, we're going to go right back again to hit that other side. All right, grab your bands again. Let's get set. So getting into position here, just like you've jumped up on your surfboard. So we've got your head up, chest up, grab on, and then drive up nice and high. Woo! Bring it back down. And a lot of resistance, and then drive up. Ease it down, and then brace, press. Bring it back down again. Brace, press. Down. And one more time. Brace, drive it up. Let's get rid of that band. And then 10 times coming up, driving up off the floor or right here or off your step. Driving up off that step. That's what I'm talking about. So launching yourself into space. All right, moving on. We are moving into a row now. So if you've got dumbbells, let's do a dumbbell row. If you've got bands, do a band row. That's okay, too. Whatever you got. Yeah, band row will work. So what we'll do, if you have bands, we'll want to have more resistance for the first set and then less resistance, obviously, for the second set. So, get yourselves in position. All righty, so I guess I'll turn this way since my bands are over there. All right, feet shoulder width apart. So hinge those hips so we keep our neutral spine. Weights right down here in front, shoulder blades down and back. Brace your core and we pull. Brace and pull. Brace, pull. Brace, exploding up, pull. Brace and pull. And then we set those weights to the side. And then 10 times speed rows. So walk it back into a little bit of a squat, shoulder blades down and back, a little bend of the knees, and then cranking them out 10 times, pulling straight back, keep the core active, keep a nice strong foundation. And then we're going to hang on to our bands. We're just going to spin it right around and turn this into a chest press. And if you need a different set of bands, that is okay, whatever you need. So get yourself in position. I like to have more of a split stance happening with this one. So I've got one foot out in front of the other. And core braced. And here we go. And brace, and then press. And brace, press. Brace, press. Great. Brace, press. Brace, press. All right, and bands down. And grab your medicine ball or yoga ball, whatever you've got, and 10 times into the floor hard. So whatever, or pillow, whatever you have, throwing it down hard. That's the main thing. We want a little bit of weight if we've got it. If we don't, that's okay. But we want to get that explosive power. So what we're looking at, we're using this heavy weight to recruit as much muscle fiber as possible. Then we use this light weight to use all of that muscle tissue that you wouldn't normally use for this movement to create that explosive power. All right, now we take a sip and chill and keep the arms and legs moving, and we get ready for round 2. And I need to move this little guy real quick over here because I was too close. All right, there we go. Got my bands where I can use them now. All right, keep all the arms and legs, all of them, all those arms and legs, keep them moving so that you're ready to go for round 2 here in 35 seconds. Grab a drink of water. All right. Getting ready to go again. Well, I'll talk about that in a second here. 15 seconds. Let's get ready for some more surfer squats. And I'll have banter in between here. 10-second warning. Let's get yourself in position. Grab your band. Head up, chest up. Press it right through the ball of the foot and the heel. Brace, drive up, release. Brace, drive it up and release. Brace, drive up, release. Brace, press and release. And last time, brace, press and release. And then let's go to those explosive step-ups, or if we don't have a step, we're just going to power up. Do a power up, you can get some air, or just kind of come up onto your toe. Either way, we want that full extension. Just drive it up like you're going to take off and fly through space. And when we get those done, we're going to go right into the other side. All right, let's get set. Same thing on the other side. Weight band right underneath the arch of the foot. Head up, chest up, pressing through the ball and the ball of the foot and the heel. Brace, press, come back down. Brace, press. Good. Brace, press. Brace, press. And brace and press. Awesome. And then 10 times right here. Drive it up. 10 times. Nice and light. Exploding up or right up off your step. Get that full extension. Feeling like you're just going to fly through the air. All right, awesome. And let's move on to those dumbbells now. Hitting the row again. Grab your dumbbells. And we're going to do 5 explosive rows with some heavy dumbbells. So a little bend in the knees. Hinge your hips back. Shoulder blades down and back. Brace your core and lift. Or say pull. Brace and pull. Brace, pull. Brace, pull. Brace, pull. All right, set those guys down. Grab your bands, walk it back. Shoulder blades down and back, good form. Up nice and tall, and then 10 times. Explosive. Pulling it in hard, rolling it in hard. Nice explosive rows. All right, and then we're going to turn that right around into a chest press. So, grab your bands again, walk it out. So, getting in a nice strong stance. So up nice and tall. And let's brace and press. Brace, press, brace, press, brace, press, brace, press. All right, I think that was 5, yes. And 10 times with your medicine ball, pillow, yoga ball, whatever you got. Throwing that sucker through the floor. We want a little bit of resistance if we can get it, because that way we can use that muscle fiber that we've recruited. It really gives it something to launch, to work that power. All right, and then we'll take a little respite. Take a quick breather. Get a drink of water. And all right, let's grab a drink. All right, other reasons to stay fit and keep your core strong is that if you find yourself at a concert and someone lifts you up and wants you to body surf over the crowd, you can tell the people who have a strong core and the people who don't, because the people who do not have a strong core curl up in a little ball and they become this really, really heavy weight that no one can hold, and then they usually fall, which in a tragic way. And then other people who obviously are experienced body surfers are holding themselves up, or crowd surfers, in a nice big strong plank with their feet together, and they just glide. So keep your core strong in case someone just lifts you up at a concert and you float down to the front and the nice kind people take you off and put you down. I've never done that myself. I've only passed them overhead, which we'll talk about that next time. So let's get ready to go with surfer squats again. As we think about the weird random fitness things and where that comes into play. It's fascinating. Let's get set again. I find it fascinating. Grab your band right underneath your foot, up nice and tall, and then explode it up. Ease it back down. Brace. Power it up. Brace. Explode. Great. Brace. Drive. And one more time. Brace. Drive it up. And let's do that. Explosive. Driving it up. Like you're just going to shoot off into space, and nice and light, graceful, with grace and poise. That's what we're looking for. All right, and let's then do the same thing on the other side. Get yourself in position. Again, head up, chest up. So we're looking to see where we're going on our surfboard. Grab onto your band, brace, and pull. And then brace, pull. Brace, pull, brace, pull, brace, pull. Awesome. Put that off to the side. And the same thing, other side. Driving up, nice and light. Explode. Driving right up through the air. All righty. Looking good. And we're going to move right into our rows. Grab your dumbbells. Let's do it. Getting in position again. Feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. A little bend in the knees. Hinge those hips, shoulder blades down and back. Brace, pull. And then brace and pull. Brace, pull. Explode it up. Brace, pull. Drive it hard. Brace and pull. Awesome. Then grab your bands. Walk it back. Skin, keeping that good form. So a little bend in the knees, up nice and tall, shoulders back, and then crank it out 10 times. Pulling straight in. Hands to the rib cage, elbow is in tight. All right, and then we're going to just turn around and turn this into a chest press. We're going to walk it right out. Nice strong stance. Again, up nice and tall. Looking straight ahead, shoulders back, brace, and we press, brace, press, exploding out, brace, press, brace, press, and one more time, brace and press. All right, and then 10 times with that medicine ball or pillow or yoga ball, whatever you've got, throwing it down hard, driving it right into the floor. Nice and light. Woo! It feels light because we got those muscles fired up. All righty. And respite time. So, to be fair, some people may have never crowd surfed, so they wouldn't know how they're supposed to hold themselves up. And I'm sure it's a scary thing because you're floating over. It's like one of those trust things that they do for groups of people that work together. You're falling back, and people are going to catch you, and you're trusting that the crowd's going to push you or carry you down. And I had another thing. Oh yeah. So for you standing there at the front of in the path of the people coming towards you, you have to have a strong core so you can have your feet solid and then help press them. And if everyone's doing it together, they don't weigh anything. It's when that falls apart, or when you're standing next to a Viking giant and you're me, it gets interesting. But you need the upper body strength. It's just things you don't think about. I hadn't thought about until I was there doing it. So every day was like a workout. So it was just kind of fascinating. Let's do some surfer squats again. Speaking of exercise, get yourself in position. Grab that band. Bring it down. And then brace. And right through the ball of the foot, the heel explode up. Reset, brace, drive up. Brace and up. I think there's two more. Brace, drive, and brace, drive it up. All right. And then right off the floor or with your step, if you got a step, use your step. Just coming all the way up, nice and tall, full extension. Or if you want to get that extra little bit of air, get yourself some air. Drive it up there with getting some air. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, let's reset. Same deal on the other side. All right, shoulders down. Brace, explode up. Woo, you're already going without me. That's great. And drive. Brace, explode it up. Brace, drive, and brace, and drive. Awesome. And then 10 times, driving it up. Launch yourself right into the air, or just full extension. Just pressing through this leg that we just exercised, pressing through the floor with that leg. All right, then we go right to our dumbbells. Grab your dumbbells. Let's get set for some dumbbell action. All right, hinge those hips, shoulder blades down and back. Brace your core and pull. Brace, pull, brace, pull, brace, pull, brace, pull. All right, grab your bands again. Walk it back. Nice, strong posture. Shoulders down and back, a little bend of the knees, and crank it out. Both hands coming right to the rib cage, elbows in tight, pulling it in, explode it in, and then we're going to spin it right around and do the same kind of movement, just the opposite direction. So we're nice and even. Walk it out. Nice strong stance, shoulders down and back, chin up, and let's do a brace, press, brace, press, brace, press, brace, press, brace, press. All right. And last time, grab your medicine ball and then crank it right through the floor. See if you can get the floor to vibrate a little bit every time. Wake the neighbors. Drive it right through the floor. Woo. And then we'll take a rest when we're done there. All right, 1 minute of rest, and then we're moving right into some cardio. All right, so cardio today, if we can't have a band up high, so we'll do some skiers. And what do we got here? 4 side jacks, 4 punches, inchworm to plank up down, skiers, ab twist. Ooh, love an ab twist. Sledgehammer swing. Boy, I can't get enough of that sledgehammer swing. Diagonal chops. And so, yeah, diagonal chop, you could use a dumbbell or a medicine ball for that. Or, either one of those would be good for that. And then we're going to repeat, although I'm probably going to change it a little bit as we go just for fun. because that's what we can do. All right, so getting yourself psyched up and ready to go here. And heck, let's just get into it. I got to back up again. All right, 4 side jacks, 4 punches. Let's do it. Working our cardio. So 4 side jacks at your tempo. And then 4 punches. And if you want to do these as full jumping jacks and 180 jump turns, however you want to do them, through your jacks, through your punches, do what you're feeling on this Monday morning. And you can also go straight ahead if going back isn't working for you. You could also punch to the front. Or you can punch at the angle, which I kind of like the angle thing sometimes. It looks a little bit friendlier with my knee situation at the moment. All right, we've got about 10 more seconds. Just cranking them out. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch gears. And coming up next, inchworm to plank, up, down. Let's do it. Let's walk it out into a nice strong plank. Come down to 1, forearm back up, walk it back. Flex those hammies and glutes, pull yourself all the way up. Then walk it out again, and then this time go down on the opposite arm. Driving yourself right back up again. Flex, pull it up, ease it back down. And every time we go down, we might get a little bit more stretch in those hamstrings. Just a little bit. Flex and pull yourself up. Oh, we got plenty of time. We can go out and back again at least one more time, maybe 2. I'm not sure. Let's walk it back. Drive it back up. Yeah, let's go one more time. Walk it out. Down, down, up, up. Walk it back. Come on up nice and tall, and let's get ready for the next exercise. Skier time. Ooh, let's hit that upper body. So walk it back and do some skiers. Let's do it. So, get a nice little crunch in there as you pull yourself across a nice, cool, brisk, snowy landscape. All right, pulling back, working those lats, working our cardio, and time to switch already. Can't even believe it. In 3, 2, 1. Let's switch gears. Ooh, ab twist time. Love an ab twist. Let's do it. Ab twist. Get that crunch in there. Yeah. A little extra bonus core work in our cardio. That's always a good thing. All right. Crunching away. Crunchy twist. Opposite elbow. Opposite knee. Get that little crunch in there. Crunch. Drawing your core in every time as you step it up. All right. Looking good. Working it. All right. We got about 12 more seconds. Working away here. This is a long one, this ab twist. Feeling it. It's good for the shoulders for those people who are going to come body crowd surfing over your head. Let's do some sledgehammer swings. Grab your bands and let's do it. All right, 22 seconds on each side. So don't have to go super fast here. Just think about this as a core exercise. So the bands are right off your sternum, drawing your core in, pivot, twist. Using those, flip those hips, pivot as you twist. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. We just spin it around. I'm just going to go over here, grab another band. Same thing. Looking good. I love it. Nice pivot. Feel those core muscles working. Exhale out as you go out. Inhale back. Nice. And almost there. Closing in on it here in 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. All right, diagonal chop. Let's work that core a little bit more. Coming down low to up high. Down. Bring it up. You can use a dumbbell, medicine ball. I just grab whatever was in front of my eyes. And drive it up and down. Getting ready to switch sides here in a moment. Drive it up. Use it down. And drive it up. All right, then let's switch sides. Go the other direction now. Down. Bring it up. Good. Exhale it up. Inhale back down. Nice. Nice and easy. No big thing. Look good. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. Hey, look at that. Back at the top. 4 side jacks, 4 punches. Let's do it. 3, 4. You can do our punches. You know, I'm just doing more of a step out. If you want to do the full step out jack, you can do that. I do more of a step myself, so I'm not getting so much that horizontal movement. Making strides all the time, getting stronger. Just not quite ready yet. In my recovery, just doing what I can do. That's all we can do. Just do our best. And we'll keep getting stronger. Hopefully, that's our plan. All right, 10 more seconds. And we're going to switch gears. I think we're coming into that inchworm again. 2, 1. Let's switch gears. And inchworm to plank up, down. Yeah, let's do that one again. That's a great one. Let's stretch those hammies. Walk yourself out into a nice, strong plank. We got to tuck your tailbone a bit as you get down into your plank. Walk it back. Then flex those hamstrings and glutes. Pull yourself up. Ease it back down. Just like you're doing a deadlift. Straight leg deadlift as you come up. Walk it back. You can have your hands in nice and close. Pull yourself up. Ease it back down. Every single rep. Good. Yes. 20 more seconds. Yeah, looking good. Walk it out. Come down. Walk it back. Flex. Pull yourself up. And yeah, we can do one more. We'll walk it on back and then come on up. We'll stay there. See what's next. I think we're going to switch gears a little bit on this one. Skiers. Let's do skiers. And then we'll do something different. Ski time. Woo! Let's cool off a little bit. Head out on into the snow. But yeah, feel that nice crunch. Feel those hamstrings and quads working as we come into this little squat. Pulling back. Nice big full range of motion. Working those lats. Woo! Gliding through the snow. On a beautiful June day. And 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do this. Grab your other bands. And let's do a kick. Muay Thai kicks. Let's do that. Drive that knee up. And then pull back. We're going to hit the lats again. Just after we did those skiers. Double lat duty right now. And working now those hip flexors. And hitting those lower abs a bit. All right, we're going to switch sides here in just a moment. All right, and let's switch sides. And continue on. Same thing, other side. So give yourself that talk test. See how we're doing. We want this to be challenging to carry on a conversation. But not really beyond that. Keeping this as a steady state jog style cardio. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. All right, sledgehammer swing time. Woo! Let's do it. Swing your sledgehammers. All right. Closing in. I think this is the last move, actually. We're going to do 45 seconds of sledgehammer swings. So keeping the bands right off the midline, drawing your core in as we twist to the outside, then bring it back in. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side now. So we're nice and even. Spin her around. And swing it off the other way. No big deal. All right, looking good. Fantastic. 3, 2, 1. All right. Oh, one last move, diagonal chop. Got to do a diagonal chop. Just when I thought we were done. Let's drive it up there. Down. Bring it back up. Ease it up. Driving right on up there. Looking good. All right. And let's switch sides. Same thing on the other side now. Drive it up. Down. All the way up. All the way back down low. Looking good. Chopping away. Got lots of good twisty work in here today. Working that core. All right. And last one. And woo, done. That just happened. All right, let's cool this thing down. Grab a drink of water. And then we're going to get cool. When you're ready, you come on in here and join me with a little nice, easy, twisty walking. Ooh, some nice deep breathing, just slowing her down. Walking back and forth. Deep breath in, slow exhale. All right, feeling good. There we go. Easing into our Monday. Actually, we exploded into our Monday. Now we can just kind of take it easy. We just kind of come into it with a nice chill vibe. We got our workout in. Got some endorphins rocking away there, doing their thing. So we can just kind of hopefully have a nice relaxing day. And then let's get a little pause in there. Step pause. Step pause. And we're going to go back the other way. Take it back. And then, actually, I'm going to just walk it backward so we can head over. Let's stretch those hamstrings, kind of active style. Let's kind of walk forward and plant one foot. Hinge your hips back. Flex your toe back. Sink down into it. Feel those hammies stretch. Move yourself around a little bit where you can feel the stretch. Get it where you need it. And try turning to the inside, twisting to the inside like we did in our balance. And then twist it to the outside. We twist to the outside, probably feeling it on that outer hamstring there. All right, and then let's come on up. Let's walk it back. And then open yourself up to this beautiful Monday. Squeeze between your shoulder blades, feeling nice stretching those pecs. And then let's go forward, and we'll stretch the other side. So a little bend in that knee that we're balancing on. Bend that front knee, hinge those hips back, flex your toe back. Sink down into it, feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings. And we twist side to side. Feeling easy. Easy stretch, hopefully, after some of those muscles are nice and warmed up now. You find a spot you really need to stretch, you can just hold it there for a moment. All right, and then let's walk it back. And then, same thing. Ease it back on the other side now. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. Ooh, yeah. Open yourself up to this beautiful Monday. And then let's grab onto one of your feet. And we'll stretch our quads. So need to grab on a little something, hold on to it there, and then gentle pull and flex your glutes, and we'll help those hip flexors release a bit. Holding it nice and steady there. All right, and then let's do the same thing on the other side. Hold on, gentle pull. Hopefully feeling an easy stretch. All right, and then let's come here to center. Step it back. Plant your rear foot. Get a nice stretch in your calf. And then reach high. Reaching for the sky. Ooh, that feels good. And then once we feel like, yeah, I think I've done it, reach. See if you can reach just a little bit higher. Get a little bit more elongation there. All right, and then let's do the same thing on the other side. Step it back. Plant that rear foot. Let those heels dig in back there, and we reach up nice and high. Good, and then let's see if we can reach just a little bit more, a wee bit more. All righty. All right, and then let's go back into a lunge now. Stretch those hip flexors out. Come up into a big Y. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Ooh, and feel victorious. We got our Monday workout in. Ooh, everything's downhill after this. Reaching back, feeling strong. And let's go back and do the same thing on the other side. Step it back. Ease it down. Reach back. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. Awesome. And then let's get a little bit more stretch in those hamstrings. Just bring yourself down. Keep your hands on your shins. And keeping that neutral spine. Let's feel this nice stretch in those hamstrings. And slowly bring yourself up. Woo. Whew, all right, and let's do it. Let's exhale down. Then nice deep breath in. Oh, yeah, there it is. Exhaling down, breathing in that good Monday energy. All right, let's do that one more time. Exhaling down, filling yourself with good energy to last all day. Oh, yeah, Monday workout done.